Hello, for today we will be making a paper mosaic. Usually this is the first step before we make an actual mosaic that is usually made with either tiles, glass, or stones. For today we will be using colored construction paper. I'm using 4 basic solid colors: yellow, orange, turquoise, and blue. We will need 1 glue stick and 1 pair of scissors. And we will be using an 11 by 11 sheet of construction white paper as our base. So the first step in constructing a mosaic is we have brainstorm. We start off by a sketch on what we want our mosaic to be about. It could either be depicting of our interests, an object that we like, or kind of reflecting on our emotions. So for today, I'm going to be making a mosaic based on a sun. Since we've been in quarantine for the last couple of weeks, I haven't been outside lately, so this would be a good opportunity to kind of just draw the sun because I've been missing it lately. So when sketching out our mosaic, we want to keep in mind our positive and negative spaces when we fill in the spaces between the mosaics. This means that our positive spaces will be having our construction paper in place. And the negative spaces when making a mosaic is that we don't want the construction paper to be touching one another. So I'm going to make a simple and very minimalistic sketch of the sun. Oh, also remember, make sure that you are writing or drawing this very lightly. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2 will consist of us breaking these certain sheets of construction paper into small little pieces. So I chose these 4 colors to cut out, and we kind of just want to cut out shapes that are just random, no sort of shapes at all. We could always cut these later on when we want them to fit within the actual mosaic itself. Usually I like to have no bigger than a sum of pieces of paper in order to fit in, that are even smaller to get certain spaces. You kind of just want to have very solid geometric shapes such as squares, rhombuses, triangles, etc. And we kind of do that for each certain piece of paper. So just for preparedness, I already cut out each of these individual pieces. And so for this, we kind of want to spot and just search for the perfect pieces that we feel would fit in within this mosaic itself. So I want to make the base of the sun yellow. And kind of from there, I want to make a saturation of darker colors. But before we do this, we would I highly recommend planning out what kind of shapes you want before you stick it on. If you're intermediate or if you're a novice, then this is very recommended. But if you just want to go with the flow and just do whatever you like, then you could place the pieces down and glue them to whichever your heart content is. So again, keep in mind, we don't want the positive space of the construction paper, touching each other. We want to leave some negative space. That's going to be the blank sheet of the paper here. So once we're doing that, then we can start gluing. Okay, for the next step, now we're gonna do the rays of the sunshine. For this, I'm gonna be using orange. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I forgot. Let's not forget to plan these out before we actually do make the collage itself. Okay, now we can start gluing these pieces. Okay, now that we're done with that, we can start now the outside of the mosaic. So for this, I want to kind of do more of like a brighter to darker color within this. And so I'm going to use turquoise to kind of fill in the negative spaces around the sun. And then from there, I'm going to use the darker blues to kind of go out. So for this part, I'm going to just apply them accordingly, randomly. But at a novice level, you kind of want to plan this out so that you don't have to make mistakes or like kind of like, oh, I wish I put that piece in there instead of this piece. So for this part, I'm just going to do it randomly. Sometimes it's good to kind of go with the flow. Okay, now that we're done with that part, you can now erase the pencil marks that we made. I'm gonna blow off these eraser marks. And there we go. That's our mosaic. Thank you.